So, GTA 5 is this week's free game on the Epic Game Store. And that's neat. Or it's a complete disaster, or it's literally ruined the game. Somehow, depending on whose heavily medicated hot take you're looking at on Twitter, or it might actually make GTA Online much, much better, believe it or not. That's right, GTA Online on the Epic Game Store is better. That's my hot take, but I'll circle back to that by the end of the video, just to make sure you stick around before you get all outraged. Never happened. Or it's completely baffling people who can't even fathom why it's been already so popular and so in demand. Downloading it literally melted down the Epic Games online services for a few hours. RIP anyone else trying to play an online game with the Epic Game Store during that few hours. Oh no, you've been slightly inconvenienced. Better get outraged on social media. Hello again, I am Blunty, and if you've never played GTA 5, never run down a pedestrian just to watch them ragdoll off the hood of your car, hoping for a physics glitch that would send them or you into low Earth orbit, or have never sat on top of a park pagoda with a high-powered sniper rifle picking off random citizens and emergency workers in an expression of the deepest inner sociopath you can pull from the darkest part of your horrible, unstoppably violent gamer mind, then really, can you even call yourself a gamer at all? All true gamers, by the way, would of course obey my desperate pleas for a subscription click, a bell thwack, a comment, including the word hot coffee, heads up if you get that reference, and at least 3 seconds thinking about the word Patreon, because I have one, and I desperately need that money, because we're all in trouble. Help. GTA 5 is one of the world's most popular games. It is, in fact, one of the most profitable entertainment products of all time. Not just in gaming, but movies, TVs, anything regarded as entertainment. It is one of the most profitable things that has ever existed on the face of the planet. Largely due to the ongoing monetized nature of the GTA Online variant. It also has quite a strong lifespan. It originally came out in 2013, and this was back when the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 ruled the roost. In fact, I first got the game on 360. Later, though, I paid for it a second time, this time on PC. It was on sale on Steam. I think it was on one of Steam's big seasonal sale things. It was something like half price, and I figured it would at least be handy for benchmarking. And when I do GPU and laptop reviews and other related performance tests and comparisons, and it was, and in fact continues to be extremely handy for that. I think I've included it in every subsequent GPU test or laptop review or performance comparison or streaming test video to find the best settings for any certain GPU, whatever it was. GTA is always there. It makes a fantastic little test case. But there is some real stupid hot takes out there already, though, with the game not only coming to the Epic Games Store, which is controversial in its own right because for some reason people hate the Epic Games Store. I never really understood that. Oh, but they pay for exclusives. Yeah, so does everybody, idiot. How do you think exclusives on any platform happen? Somebody pays for it to... Jeez, come on. But of course, as we said in the opening, it's free for the first week. Free as in pay nothing now, keep the game forever, just like all the other free games the Epic Games Store has to encourage people to, use the Epic Games Store. And that alone is a pretty good reason to claim it, regardless of if you've already got it even on Steam, as I do. Why not? It's free. All it costs you is a click, and gajillions of people already have the Epic Games Store installed because of, Fortnite. And I don't play Fortnite, but I have the Epic Games Store installed on all my machines because of things like Dauntless or The Outer Worlds, and there's a few other titles that I got the Epic Games Store as well. Either because they were timed exclusives, or I just happened to buy it there, or indeed it was a free game. And for a game from 2013 that still today commands its, full retail price on places like Steam, it's a pretty good deal. But I have seen people claim everything from the game is being ruined just by its presence on EGS, Epic Games Store, which is just so spectacularly stupid I can't even. I've even seen some morons claim, oh, here come the microtransactions to ruin the game now because it's gone free to play on the Epic Games Store. I don't even know where to start with that one. Firstly, it's free for a week. The game hasn't moved to a free-to-play model, although frankly I'm a little bit surprised that the online component hasn't done that by now. I would have predicted it, but I don't know, maybe soon. Maybe just before we get GTA 6. Secondly, the game already is that, at least if you want to play the online version, where it has always favored players who spend real-world money on the in-game currency via the edgelord named Shark Cards. And without these Shark Cards, making any progress or money in the game is super grindy, and the game literally became pay to win when they first launched a thing called the Orbital Cannon, a super expensive weapon that you had to install in a super expensive base, and it cost money every time you fired it, but you could kill any player anywhere on the map outside of their safe house at any moment. And there was a glitch when it launched as well that could be abused that was just ruining the game for everybody. It became almost unplayable. It was so bad. Sure, being added to a new storefront and being free for a week for anybody that's the real big issue here. That's what's ruining the game. Okay. But as small brain as that is, I think people confused about why so many people are downloading it. So many that the Epic launcher literally glitched out and was so broken for a few hours that some people were seeing it in the wrong language when they restarted it. Like, it was literally, they restarted the launcher, it was coming up in Chinese or Arabic or something. It was ridiculous. And I've seen so many posts, just like this one I'm showing you here. This is just a representative sample, wondering, who the hell hasn't played this game already? This is so popular. Why is giving away GTA 5 for free? Why is it so popular that it's making the Epic Games Store meltdown? Who hasn't played this already? Who would bother downloading this game for free if they've already played it? Somehow, so desperately thick, they can't possibly fathom why anybody would want this game for free, even if they've already played it. I could literally happily spend another 15 minutes just riffing and wailing on these quarter-witted clowns and giving you a gajillion different possible reasons why someone would want to download this game for free on their PC. What I'm actually interested in here is and what I'm leading into here is a bit of audience polling, if you will. Have you, the viewer, the listener, yourself, ever played GTA ever before in your life? If so, how long ago? If so, on which platform? How long did you play it for? Did you finish the single player storage? Did you give online a try? Are you a current player? Me personally, I never actually finished it when I first played it on the 360. As a matter of fact, I rage quit on one particular mission, partly because the mission itself was just being annoying and it wasn't very interesting and I was kind of bored with it and I just had to try and push through it to get on with the rest of the game. Partly because the performance on the console itself was making shit like aiming way harder than it should have been. And it turns out, as counterintuitive as it would seem, it was actually later revealed that actually installing GTA 5 on the hard drive of your Xbox 360 made the game perform much worse. Nice job on that, Rockstar / Microsoft. And I guess after that, I just got distracted by another game and then another game and another game, and I just never went back to GTA 5. Years later, as I mentioned earlier, I got it again on PC, on sale, as I said, mainly for testing, and I didn't finish it there either. Instead, because I needed it to test some stuff and I wanted to dick around with mods and things because, you know, on PC. So I downloaded and installed a completed save file so I didn't actually have to go through the entire game to have access to all the bits and pieces. So maybe now is a good time for me to give the vanilla single-player game another whack. I've always heard great things about it, and until I did do that rage quit, I was enjoying it okay on the 360 back in the day. Maybe now is a good time to try out the online for the first time, because I have literally never once even thought about booting up online. In fact, I've spent way more time watching other people play GTA Online, like the Achievement Hunter stuff. Achievement Hunter have a bunch of GTA Online videos that are fun to watch. I still have never actually played the online portion of the game, never even made a character. But to be fair, when GTA Online first launched, I was still a pretty staunchly single-player type of gamer. These days, though, online gaming has become a more and more frequent thing for me. And as for my surely hater-baiting comment at the start of the Epic Games Store, yes, I didn't forget about it. about the Epic Game Store making GTA Online better? Well, it just actually really might. See, GTA Online is no stranger to cheaters. It was pretty rampant for a while. I think it's a bit better these days, but there's, it still happens. And it just so happens that the Epic Games anti-cheat software is pretty effective. It's annoying and overreaching and people hate it, and I actually have no idea if it's even implemented in GTA 5 Online, come to think of it, but it could be, and that might make online better for this game. I mean, as hated and as annoying as Epic's anti-cheat software can be, as for example, on one of my PCs, I actually have to disable, like manually shut down from the task manager, one of my RGB controller apps that runs in the background, because Dauntless won't run because it thinks me being able to change my LED color is somehow cheating or something. No. Something about the software that controls the LED light sits at such a low level in the system that the anti-cheat software picks it up as a possible cheat engine or something, I suppose. It's super annoying. But as annoying as that is, the anti-cheat system does seem to work. I don't hear all that much about any online games on the Epic Game Store being rampant with cheaters. I'm not saying it never happens, but I hear about it less there, so it must be doing something, right? So what is your GTA 5 story? And I did legitimately once spend an entire afternoon, like I'm talking 6-7 hours, doing almost nothing but sitting in the various spots on the GTA map, sniping pedestrians and emergency vehicles. As one ambulance would explode because I blew it up, a fire truck would arrive to help, and then for some reason, possibly my high-speed delivery method for spent ammunition, the firemen needed ambulances. They would just fall over and need emergency vehicles, and then the ambulances would turn up and the whole cycle would go on and on and on for hours on end. I don't know exactly why I found it so amusing, and I had a cheat activated, which meant the cops never bothered me, like my star rating never went up, so I could just sit there and let out my inner sociopath, and it was remarkably calming. And it did make me worry about my own mental health issues, just slightly, that I found that sort of satisfying, but it is just a video game after all, and I would never really do it in real life. If there are any law enforcement officials listening, that is a joke. I'm just being sarcastic. I understand the difference between video games and real life. Real life guns are much more expensive. That's a joke!